This is your friend Daniel Hutchins, and today we are back for another Talks with Dan. Today's episode of Talks with Dan, I'm going to be catching you up with all different types of things I've been doing. Okay, so yeah, alright, so I just did about 5 minutes of humping, and it was actually pretty fun, and for a little while. And then I noticed that it started getting a little warm down in my spot, so I decided I'd stop for a bit. Now also I'm just at the camper by myself because my folks were going to the beach just up the street, and I just decided I'd just stay around and babysit the dog. That's no big deal though. It's not like it's the end of the world, but at the same time, I just didn't feel like I wanted to go to the beach today. That's all that was. I just wanted to watch the animals and kind of catch up and have a little bit of some alone time. Okay, so there's no problem with having alone time because, all 24-year-olds need our alone time. We need our alone time. Our alone time is very, very vital. Very, very vital. Very, very important. Again, guys, I see Trent. Yep, I see you're checking in. So, what's up with you, man? This is just another broadcast. Yes, this is a broadcasted episode of Talks with Dan. Okay, so there's been a couple different things I've also been doing besides the videos at the park. If you saw my videos at the park, please make sure you leave a comment down below those. If you haven't seen my videos on the park, let me know. Also, I did a episode on my channel where I talked about what are my favorite parts of Obi-Wan Kenobi, the Disney Plus series. It's a 6-part limited series. Again, I have to still watch part 5 today and part 6 next week. But again, like I said, that's going very well. As far as Miss Marvel goes, I'm not even going to watch Miss Marvel until after I get back home, up to Hanover, Pennsylvania. Because right now I'm not in Pennsylvania, I'm in North Carolina. But as you probably might have already noticed from the park videos, I'm actually in North Carolina right now. So yeah, it's going fairly okay, despite the fact that my dad has been kind of annoying me off the hook once and twice between, and then also the fact that I had a sunburn just once. So yeah, not a whole lot going on there, but again, besides the fact of my dad freaking out and the time I had the sunburn, there's really all the rest of the time I was down here on vacation was actually pretty good. Yes, all the rest of the time I was down here on vacation was actually pretty good, despite the time I had the sunburn and despite the time where my dad broke down in the truck and thought he wasn't having enough gas to get down here. But besides that, everything else is good. Yes, everything else besides those things are good. But yeah, things are going pretty good. Yes, things are good. So just so you guys are aware, if you guys follow me on Facebook or Twitter or any of my other social medias, I sometimes pretty outspoken. I like to kind of speak out my mind a lot of the time. But again, guys, yeah, I'm just hanging and a banging and a little bit of a jangling, but not a whole lot is happening here. Yes, not a whole lot is happening here. I'm just, like I said, I'm in the camper right now, just watching the animals while my folks are going up to the beach. I didn't feel like going to the beach today because I decided I wanted some alone time, as I've just said before. But again, guys, as far as the good parts of my vacation, I actually went to several places. I went to several different areas of North Carolina, not just here on Cedar Island, but I've actually went to several different places. I went to the USS North Carolina, which is a battleship tour. I went to the Aquarium of North Carolina. I went out to eat several times, and on top of that, I also went to Ocracoke Island, which is this very small 4-mile stretch island. It's actually pretty good, but despite the fact of its size and with nothing much to do, it was kind of like you kind of do what about 3 or 4 things and then you're done. Also, I went through Hatteras, which is another little spot of North Carolina Outer Banks. Outer Banks has a lot of different areas, but again, like I said, it's a sub area upon sub area upon sub area, and there's really lots of different things outside on those sub areas upon sub areas upon sub areas. So I'm just saying, you guys wanted to know if I was going to do some comic book universe. Well, I have to let you guys know I'm not going to forget about the comic book universe. No sir, I am still doing comic book universe, but I'm just on like a, should I say, a break. Right now I'm focusing right now on the videos are random and Talks with Dan. Yes, videos are random and Talks with Dan. If you've noticed some of my recent uploads on the channel Daniel's Comic Book Universe, you might have noticed that I have a lot of videos are random and also some Talks with Dan. But again guys, I'm going to be going back full swing back at the end of the month. End of this month, I'll go back into full swing and back in business again with CBR, Comic Book Resources, Screen Rant, and maybe I might even do a Marvel Insider check-in. I have to kind of decide where I'm going to squeeze that in though. But again, guys, I'm going to try to let you guys know that just kind of hang in there and be patient with me during this time while I'm on my vacation down here in North Carolina. I'm going to be coming back to Pennsylvania in like probably 8 days. I'm going to go back to Pennsylvania in about 8 days. But again guys, I should be going back to Pennsylvania in several days. That way, so that I could catch you guys up on what's going on with Comic Book Universe. I mean, there's not a whole lot going on besides Obi-Wan and Miss Marvel, and there's been a couple trailers that have leaked. But other than that, there's really not a whole lot going on with Comic Universe right now. But again, despite the fact that Marvel has dropped a bunch of trailers, and there's been other trailers that have dropped, and all sorts of other comic book articles relating to the topics of Doctor Strange, Miss Marvel, and Obi-Wan Kenobi, there's really nothing really much more to say that's going on right now in the recent happens of the comic book universe. But again guys, I'm just letting you guys know that I am still going to be talking about comic book universe. It just, you guys have to be very patient, because like I said, right now my main focus is catching up with you guys by doing the Talks with Dan and the videos are random. The videos are random and the Talks of Dan are special exclusives that I do specially here on the channel Daniel Comic Book Universe. Now again, even though there might be some times where I'm not talking about the universe as much, it's still important to recognize all the other elements and great things I have to offer on my YouTube channel. It's not just all just comic books, it's other stuff that I've been expanding. I've been kind of expanding my channel so that I have different people from different walks of life being able to connect with me and be like, oh yeah, he has this video. Oh yeah, he has that video. Oh yeah, he had that video. So that way you kind of be like, okay, this is who Daniel Hutchins is. This is what he does. This is how he does it. And this is how he connects to all the world across, not just the USA, but also across the rest of the international places. But it's very important that you guys recognize that I still very am much a part of the comic book universe. It's just right now I'm just not really in it right this second, because right now I'm actually on my vacation. So after my vacation is over, I'll be going back to full business again. We're going back to having at least a couple articles a week. So then that way you guys will be like, okay, this article that Daniel's going to talk about is about this. This article that Daniel's talks about is going to be about this. So then that way you guys don't ever have to lose my faith. Because you have to stay faithful and true, guys. You have to stay faithful and true. If you guys want to connect to the comic book universe and all other awesome things I have offer here on Daniel's Comic Book Universe. Please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a comment. Please make sure you support the channel by putting a thumbs up or thumbs down. And you have a wonderful, 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 wonderful Wednesday. And again, I'll catch in you guys for another Talks with Dan later. Bye.